this green screen forecast on a Sunday. Your host Alvin Kamau. As yes, it is almost September, and that means back to school. And I'm going to talk to you about those afternoon highs forecasted for Monday, August 24th, how long that will last with those temperature trends, and ending off with a tropics update. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, but don't forget to like as well as share. Let's talk about those afternoon highs for that first day of school, welcoming everyone to that first day of the 26 to 27 school year. I think morning temperatures will be okay in the low 60s, maybe a few showers out to our west, but I think we'll be fine. And afternoon highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. Find your city here. You can see Perryville, upper 70s to our north, low 80s closer to St. Louis, so not a bad day. But obviously, as we know, Mother Nature is always cooking something. We've seen those above normal temperatures, and let's talk about them for at least the second week of school for parts of the country. Getting towards the end of August and even into early September, that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center keeps the brunt of the heat down to our southwest. Places like Texas or Dallas, Texas, they have seen many 100-degree days thanks to this area of high pressure. Thankfully, we're just leaning above normal, and our normal highs for this time of the year are in the upper 80s. But by the time you join me in September, our normal highs are now going down to the mid 80s as we get towards the end of the year. So at least that's trending in the right direction. But when we look at this will be highs anywhere from the upper 80s near that 90-degree mark, and this will be if this area of high pressure, the brunt of the heat that you can tell by the color, stays in this place. If it tries to surge by early September, well, that means we're not going to be dealing with those kinds of temperatures. But I like the door right here where we see cooler than normal temperatures. That can also influence our pattern getting into parts of September. So let's hope we can eventually get a taste of fall during the month. That 8 to 14 day temperature outlook is still trying to fight back with those above normal temperatures, but at least we're seeing the brunt of the heat, at least as of now. I'll let you know if anything changes, stays down to our southwest, and we're still leaning above normal. That 3 to 4 week temperature outlook still wants to lean those above normal temperatures, especially for the southern part of the United States. But again, we're still opening the door for a few brief cool downs sometime during the month. But if it doesn't happen, you blame the area of high pressure because it's being really stubborn, and Mother Nature has yet to reply to my email. So let's hope she does and we can get a brief cool down, because I am with you. I am so done with summer and I am very ready for fall. This is one solution from our friends at Northern Illinois University. From the end of August, early September, take that storm pattern just up to our north, and this is if the heat tries to surge up to the north. As long as the heat stays where it's at, then maybe we see a slightly more stormier pattern at times during the month of September. It's not going to be all the time, and I think we're still going to have many great days to enjoy during the month of September. But again, if that stormier pattern tries to shift a little bit further down to the south, definitely just want to keep an eye on that, especially for recess. But again, don't cancel plans. I think we'll be just fine. Just always something to keep a very close eye on. Now let's get to your tropics update, focused on the Pacific Ocean, because this is where we see increased activity thanks to an El Nino that we're expected to see through the end of the year and even into the early parts of next year as well. And you notice Lala, that was a tropical disturbance that brought lots of rain to parts of the Hawaiian Islands. There are a few disturbances even over parts of the eastern Pacific, and this is where the water temperatures are a lot warmer to support these kind of storms. Now over parts of the Atlantic, we still have the warm water because it is summer, but we've also seen a lot of shear and Saharan dust that's really prevented those storms from getting going. I'll let you know if something big wants to try to develop in the Atlantic, but I'm not seeing it as of now. And obviously, you can stay up to date with the latest forecast by having a NOAA weather radio, by heading over to Midland, USA to keep your family safe during the 2026 severe weather season. Now let's close out this video. Thank you for watching it all the way to the end. Make sure you download Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, to follow me for the latest updates. I'm also on Instagram at Weather with Alvin. Same thing over on Threads, where I'll bring you detailed week forecast on Sundays, detailed weekend forecast on Fridays and any other days as needed. But of course, I'm wishing everyone, including myself, a great first week of school. I hope you learn a lot, make new friends. That is one thing I am wanting to do as well, to make even more friends than what I already have. But I hope you have a great start to your year. Of course, I'll continue to keep an eye on the weather for you, and you can do the same thing as well by also following our friends at the National Weather Service on top of me to get the latest updates, because they are constantly updating forecast and keeping an eye on the weather 24/7 to keep you safe. But until then, thanks for watching this video all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next one.